Good morning, everybody, and welcome to On the Open here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. This is where we're going to cover all the action that's happened so far early in the European markets. Let's jump right in and take a look at Germany's DAX. It's lower by 0.2%. Now, we've seen some interesting names on the upside. Adidas, Lynn, Siemens, Continental, BASF. They've been mixed, right? And we've actually seen them actually now go to the downside. I'm watching them tick right now. It's basically between down 0.6% and 1.6%. Now, what has been trading higher in this mixed market has been financials. And they're well ahead of the broader market. Deutsche Bank and Commerzbank are up 2.3% and 1.8%. Now, this is very interesting, the move in Deutsche Bank, especially now that they are trying to figure out how they're going to cover the DOJ fine. Now, yes, they have the money set aside, but there was a Bloomberg report last night that discussed that Deutsche Bank might ask help from private equity firms for the settlements. Now, the DOJ may not approve that, but it's very interesting how they're trying to maneuver around this current situation on the settlement payment. We're also seeing movement in exporters like BMW, Daimler, and Volkswagen. They're showing some modest gains as well of around 0.2% and 0.5% respectively. EWG, the ETF that tracks German stocks, is trading at $26.50. Now, the options are pricing in for the next couple days a range of around 28 cents on this $26.50 stock. They're also pricing in a 68-cent range for the next 16 days for EWG. That means that you could see the stock as high as, let's say, 27 and some change, or as low as 25 and some change. Now, the implied volatility on this ETF is relatively low. It has a volatility rank of 17%, which means that it's on the lower end of the scale. That means that traders shouldn't expect big violent moves in the underlying EWG. Critical levels that you're going to want to watch. There's been some bullish upside in EWG as of late. 26.20 needs to hold on this $26.50 ETF. 25.66 and 25.63 are critical levels where you have long-term support as well as institutional support. Any challenge to the downside there could shift the trend to the downside pretty quickly in EWG in Germany. UK's FTSE shed about 0.1% so far this morning. We have seen that Rolls-Royce has stumbled about 4.1% this morning in reaction to a price target cut. Now, financials like Standard Life, RSA Insurance, also seeing Old Mutual, Experian, and HSBC showing losses between 0.3% and 1.6%. On the upside, we're seeing home builders, Persimmon, Taylor Wimpey, all up between 5.6% and 3.7% respectively. We're seeing some heat in that particular part of the markets as far as home builders. We saw it when the mortgages earlier this week when we reported on that. There was an uptick there. EWU is the ETF that tracks stocks in the FTSE. It's trading at $30.44. Now, the range right now for the next couple of days is 28 cents, either up or down in this $30 stock, and 56 cents, 59 cents in the next 16 days for, again, EWU. So we could see it as high as 31 and some change or as low as 29 and some change over the next 2 weeks. The implied volatility is at 11%. It means it's very low, not a heightened expectation of violent moves in this English ETF. 30.80, 30.34, and 31.18. These are critical levels that if the bulls are going to take action here, they're going to get into the driver's seat, they need to take control at those levels and really run with it, especially that $30.34 mark. That's institutional support at this juncture. We're going to keep an eye on that level on this English ETF. Taking a look at France and the CAC. The CAC is down 0.2% with roughly about half the components right now trading lower. Societe Generale is down 1.3%, while other financials have had a better showing. You have BNP Paribas, it's trading flat. Credit Agricole trading higher by about 1.4%. And you're also seeing some consumer names on the move. You're seeing Louis Vuitton, L'Oreal, all down between 0.5% and 0.8%. We're going to watch that one very closely. That could be impacted because of the action, the mixed action that's been going on in Asia. EWQ is the ETF that tracks French stocks, trading at 24.15. The 16-day estimated range right now is about 81 cents. So you can see the stock as high as $25 or as low as 23. You're also seeing the implied volatility is on the move to the upside. Ever so slightly, still at the bottom half of its rank for the last 52 weeks at 25%. 24.43. 23.96 and 23.94, these are all critical levels. If the bulls are going to take action in France and really take a control to the upside, you're going to want to see 24.43 broken on this $24.15 stock if, in fact, we're going to see a trend short-term to the upside. Finally, taking a look at Italy and Spain. Italy trades up about 0.3%, as well as Spain trading up about 0.2%. That's the MIB for Italy and the IBEX. Italy and Spain, it's the banks. They are outperforming. They're doing very well. Italy, the recapitalization of the banks continues. And Spain, there's some positive economic data. Most recently, they had a better than expected employment report. So the banks have been moving to the upside in both those countries. EWI, 44-cent range on that Italian ETF. It's $24.66 right now. You're also seeing EWP, the Spanish ETF, $27. They're pricing in about $1.11, 16-day estimated range. So we're going to watch Spain very closely. Finally, we're just going to do a quick yield check. Taking a look at the debt markets, the French 10-year note is down, up about 2 basis points at 0.83%. You're seeing Germany's 10-year Bund up 1 basis point at 0.29%. You're seeing Italy's 10-year up 7 basis points at 1.95%. The Spanish 10-year is up 6 basis points at 1.15%, and the UK 10-year is up 2 basis points at 1.45%. So you're seeing some price pressure on bonds in Europe. Let's see how that plays out here in the United States, going into what's looking like a weaker opening on the equities and a stronger opening in the bonds. All right, folks, that's it right now for On the Open here in Europe. Join me at 9:30 Eastern Time when I will be jumping online and taking a look at all the action here in the United States. All right, folks, we'll see you at 9:30 Eastern Time here on MarketStream.live. Have a great day.